If you've been watching the Phoenix rental market over the last year, you've probably noticed something interesting. Some short-term rentals are still crushing it, and some are barely surviving. And some properties suddenly get more long-stay inquiries than nightly bookings. So what's actually going on? Here's the truth most people miss. Short-term rentals still absolutely work in Phoenix. They are not dead, and they're not obsolete, and they're not disappearing. What is happening is that the market is maturing, and the properties that win today are the ones being operated with the right model at the right time of year. That's why I want to talk to you about the hybrid strategy, because the hybrid model is quietly becoming the most profitable, most stable, and smartest way to run rentals in the Valley of the Sun. Phoenix isn't a one-size-fits-all city. We're not a pure tourism market. We're a mixed demand market. In the winter, STR demand is incredible. We have events, tournaments, conferences, sunshine seekers, snowbirds, and people escaping cold weather. But in the summer, those same guests, they disappear. The occupancy drops, nightly rates soften, and STR supply starts competing on price. At the same time, midterm demand surges. Nurses, corporate relocations, insurance claims, families waiting for new builds, people in transition. These guests actually prefer the summer and fall months to move, relocate, or rotate. So here's what happens. When an owner tries to run STR year-round in an MTR neighborhood, the home feels empty. When an owner tries to run MTR year-round in an STR pocket, they leave money on the table. And when an owner shifts models at the wrong moment, they experience the worst of both worlds. But when you run a hybrid strategy, you get the best of everything. Let me explain how this works. From November through March, Phoenix STR demand is extremely strong. People are traveling here for events, spring training, sunshine, golf, concerts, and everything happening in Scottsdale and Central Phoenix. During the season, it absolutely makes sense to run STRs and maximize nightly rates, weekend premiums, and event demand. This is when you should be leaning into your STR listing, optimizing your photos, tightening your calendar, and letting the high season carry the revenue. But then April hits, the weather heats up, and the STR demand curve changes completely. Weekdays slow, last minute bookings become unpredictable, guests become incredibly price sensitive, and owners start discounting because they don't understand what the market is telling them. That's when the hybrid strategy steps in. Instead of fighting the market, you pivot the home into a midterm rental. You stop chasing 1 and 2 night bookings. You stop trying to fill weekdays. You stop getting into discount wars. Instead, you target the guests who actually want April through October. Nurses, corporate travelers, insurance placements, families in transition, and people who just need a stable, fully furnished home for 30 to 90 days. These guests don't care about your pool float or your game room. They care about comfort, safety, parking, Wi-Fi, workspace, and location. They also give you something STR can't: predictability. Instead of 10 turnovers a month, you have 1. Instead of price drops, you hold your rate. Instead of emotional revenue swings, you get consistency. And here's the part most investors overlook. This demand shift happens like clockwork every single year in Phoenix. STR dominates winter, MTR dominates summer. It's not a mystery, it's a pattern. The hybrid strategy simply aligns your property with the season that gives you the strongest return. So what kinds of homes does this work for? If you're in or near Old Town, downtown Phoenix, Tempe, around ASU, or North Scottsdale, you can still run STR year-round because those areas have strong event-driven demand. But even in those pockets, many owners make more money switching to MTR for the worst summer months. If you're in Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, Queen Creek, Peoria, North Phoenix, or Midtown, you're surrounded by hospitals, corporate hubs, and family-centric neighborhoods. Those areas are midterm rental powerhouses. But in winter, they can absolutely produce strong STR returns if the home is set up well. The hybrid model is not about abandoning STR. It's about using STR at the right time and MTR at the right time so your property stays fully aligned with the natural demand around it. Instead of guessing, instead of chasing, instead of panicking when the calendar looks empty in July, you already know your guest changes every season, so you change with them. The hybrid model is also the easiest way to build a resilient, recession-proof portfolio. STR alone is volatile. MTR alone is steady, but might not capture peak season upside. Hybrid gives you both high season revenue plus low season stability. And here's what I see with clients every single year. The owners who adopt hybrid earlier feel calmer. Their revenue stabilizes. Their operations simplify. Their expectations actually match what Phoenix does naturally. They're not fighting the market, they're flowing with it. So if you've been frustrated with your STR performance, or you're curious whether your home is secretly better as a midterm rental in the off season, it's not a sign that the home is failing. It's a sign that it wants a hybrid rhythm. Some properties want to be STR all year round. Some want to be MTR all year round. But most of the valley, the bulk of Chandler, Gilbert, Tempe, Midtown, Mesa, Queen Creek, Peoria, and North Phoenix want to run hybrid. And once you match the model to the neighborhood and the season, everything feels lighter, clearer, more logical, and far more profitable. If you want me to look at your property, your neighborhood, or a home you're thinking of buying, just text me or DM me. I'll tell you whether it should run STR, MTR, or hybrid, and exactly how to price and position it so you're playing the market the smart way, not the stressful way. You don't have to guess. I can walk you through the strategy that aligns with your property, your goals, and the actual Phoenix demand curve.